is going down, world? Welcome to the 40s. I go by the name Black Pegasus, and today I'm checking out the one and only Beatles. I didn't know they rocked like this. Like, this got that swing, man. There's some uptown swing in it. Oh, this was the young Beatles, huh? At least this, what looks like a single cover. Well, no, is this the album cover? Please, Please Me, the Beatles, With Love, Me Do, and 12 other songs. Oh, this is the album cover. If this is them, that is so cool. It's so cool to see them that young. They look like they're in the military, man. Their hair, like they got the crew cut. Bro, I'll pull it up when we get into this. I've never heard this song before from the Beatles. And obvious, they're such a mega group. Some of the songs that, you know, I'm familiar with, certain songs, I had some refreshers on the channel, but there is a huge portion of their catalog that I just haven't heard yet. So the Beatles, Queen, these AC/DC, it's just like, bro, how deep is your catalog? Like, that's just insanity. And now I'm finding out Paul McCartney has solo music. He has music as the Wings. I'm like, bro, it's honestly sometimes overwhelming, but I love it in a good way, right? Like, these reactions have projected one of my favorite songs. And there's multiple reasons for that, but Silly Love Song by Wings is one of my favorite songs. And it was because I played it in the car for my 6-year-old daughter. She was vibing to it. And then I just told her, I dedicate this song to you. And I started singing the I love you part to her. And that's just like our thing. And so beyond how I just like silly little love songs, but it's like it means more because I share that with my princess. You know what I mean? Anyways, let's see where this goes, man. They talking about she was 17, you know what I mean? So I'm guessing they're young men in their adolescent years, you know, meeting a girl that they really like for the first time type of vibe. I'm here for it. If you guys are too, like, share, comment, subscribe. Let's get it started. 40-year-old boys are back in town. 40. The boys are back in town. 40-year-old boys are back in town. The boys are back in town.
40-year-old FUQ Boys Podcast. Malt liquor for your ears. 40.
All right, y'all, let me get this logo down and pull the video up. Don't forget to support the original content on the channel. If you want to check out my other channel, Pegasus versus the World, over there I take on challenges, react to comedy, trending topics, stuff like that. However, all of the music and the music reactions happen right here on this channel. If you want access to the reactions early, we got a membership for that. Link in the description, and you could get that access. And there's a huge catalog of reactions that have not been released to the public yet, so you can have some fun with it. Regardless, thank you for the support. Huge shout out to all the members. Let's get it rolling. This is I Saw Her Standing There. We're checking out the audio track, but please go watch the Beatles music videos, stream their music, support. Reactions aren't a substitute for the original content, so show love, get love. And that's how we do it over here, man. But let's get back into this. This starts off funky from the beginning, and I'm here for that.
1, 2, 3, 4. Well, she was just 17, if you know what I mean. And the way she looked was way beyond compare. So how could I dance with another? Oh, and I saw her standing there. Well, she looked at me, and I could see that before too long I'd fall in love with her. She wouldn't dance with another. Whoa, and I saw her standing there. Well, my heart went boom when I crossed that room. And I held her hand in mine. Well, we danced through the night.
All right, hold up. The story's amazing. This sounds like Homecoming or Prom. That's what this song sounds like to me. Like the whole story, the whole premise, everything about it. It makes me feel good. It makes me reminded of my, teenage years, coming of age, trying to figure things out with the ladies and being nervous and, that first kiss and dance. Like, one of the scariest things for me of all time was my homecoming, man. I went to the homecoming. I believe I was a sophomore, and this senior, I don't know what was going on, but she liked me. And I went to homecoming with a senior, and she was very good looking. She was a little too fast for me. I didn't understand the game at that point. I was still really young, But the craziest thing is I remember going to homecoming, and she could dance her ass off. She knew all the freaky moves, and I barely had the rhythm. It's so funny because I was a martial artist and I had like martial arts rhythm, but I didn't understand just how to do a basic two-step and I'm not going to lie, it was actually somewhat embarrassing. It was embarrassing. I'll never forget that. And after that, I was like, I have to learn how to dance. And that's when I, learned a little bit how to dance, but it was like, it's funny because my recollection of what they're going through was after that homecoming, right? Then I kind of knew how to dance. You know what I'm saying? But that's crazy. Now I think back of that story. There's more to that story. Like after homecoming, when I took her home, nothing happened for me, but something happened for another fella. And it was embarrassing the next day to go to school and have to face the criticism. That's a whole nother story for another day. But this type of music reminds me of that. My adolescent years, man. Coming of age, homecomings, prom, school dances. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, man. Thinking back on some of the crushes you had, some of the cheerleaders. Oh, boy. Oh, okay, let's go. We rocking with I Saw Her Standing There by the Beatles. Let's go. So you guys correct me if I'm wrong. I'm getting the vibe that that was the straightforward Beatles, the young Beatles, which got all the girls like super, Beatlemania, where girls are just going crazy. They had that young sound, that feeling. It was more straightforward, like pop, swing, like, you know what I'm saying? And when I was saying I danced, at my dance, it wasn't like this. Dude, I'm 45, man. We had hip hop. It was the gangster rap era. So girls were starting to, songs like, look at them girls with the Daisy Dukes on, like stuff like that. So don't get it twisted. We weren't dancing to stuff like this. This is why, like, I'm like, yo, this is actually fascinating because I can see them doing, how those skirts, the longer skirts, and they do the dancing, like the swing kind of dance into it. I could see that with this joint. And it's fire. Like, that's a banger. But everything I saw from the album cover to the sound seems like there's a storyline in this whole journey and experience that you go through with the Beatles from the evolution of their music, right? I felt like this was just straightforward, like, But then what was the Walrus joint? Like, they got some like the Rigsby, like, man, they got bangers, but it's just like this evolution and storytelling the way the music sounded. And I don't know, man. I appreciate the Beatles, and I'm glad I'm here to appreciate them at this age, because I probably would not have appreciated them as much when I was younger, if we're being honest. So that's dope. The frickin' Beatles. I saw her standing there. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that sentiment. It just brings me back to a different time. It makes me smile. I'm sure some of you, some of the older folks that'll watch some of these reactions maybe bring you back to, you know, maybe you were in high school when this came out, you know, and you actually got to dance to it and meet a girl, maybe your wife, maybe your husband. It's fun to think back, you know. Don't want to be trapped in the past, you know, but it is fun to see how far you went. You know what I mean? Yeah. Life is interesting like that. Anyways, that was officially the Beatles. I saw her standing there, and this was remastered for 2009. So it just sounds impeccable. Man, I love it. Anyways, let me know what I got, what I missed. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Forte.
Thank you for being some man. 40 years down the road, back again. FUQ, boy.